a couple of weeks ago we had the guys from Kaizer Chiefs here talking about communications around Kaizer Chiefs, and Willy Seyama listens to the show often. I know that he's from Initiate with a small e, Initiate Integrated Solutions, and he picked up on some of the aspects, including a claim that Kaizer Chiefs as a club had the most Facebook followers in South Africa. The claim was not the best team in the country. Sundowns may well do that, by the way, but that's another whole debate completely. So Willie then said, let me check into it, and this is why we're going to talk to him. So Willie, good chatting to you. Hi.
Thank you for inviting me, Ashraf, and good morning to your listeners.
So I was very impressed how you picked up on that, and then also posted that on social media, which you can do later on as well, right? In fact, as we're talking, we're on Facebook Live, so we probably want to just give a thumbs up to
that.
In this case, the listeners and the viewers, right? Yep.
Yeah.
So okay. The claim was that. What then did you do?
I basically went to social media. We used lots and lots of social analytics tools to check on the various topics and personalities on social media. And this particular tool that I used for to check on what Alpheus was saying Sundays ago actually is Social Bakers. Basically, it shows you the top 10 brands on the various categories, and in this case it was sport brands, because you remember that Alpheus on the show said that they are the top brand.
So the claim was Kaizer Chiefs was the number one sports brand on Facebook in particular.
Correct.
In the country, right?
Correct.
So is he right?
Well, if you take the meaning of a club, he is correct. But a sport brand, not quite, because they are second to Cricket SA. So
Altaf Kazi, by the way, who's in London right now,
made
a point of WhatsApping me just now to say, by the way, Cricket South Africa is number one.
Yes.
But I mean, you're saying Alpheus is not wrong.
He's not
from a club
wrong.
point of view, they are number one.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the numbers. How many followers then does Kaizer Chiefs have?
They are currently sitting at just over 2.5 million fans, Facebook fans. But it is worth noting that they are actually the largest sporting code on Twitter, though.
Kaizer Chiefs?
Kaizer Chiefs, yes.
So
they
this is including Cricket SA.
Exactly.
Give me the numbers.
They are sitting at just over 770,000 followers on Twitter.
Compared to... and
Cricket SA is sitting at around 725,000.
All right. So what about the other? If we then compare club to club, so Cricket SA is an association, right?
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs is a club. Their best comparison would be what I would think the Stormers. It would be Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, and maybe other cricket clubs if they come any close. Who comes close to them?
Well, the second in line from a sports club point of view is Orlando Pirates, both on Facebook and on Twitter. Interestingly, we published a post on this kind of comparative analytics in 2013. And you will remember then, I think Patco had just left, and Patco was punting the Operation Fat Alice. And interestingly, when I published that post, Kaizer Chiefs came back and said, no, we haven't said anything about Operation Fat Alice and all that. And I thought, okay, I suppose you can say so because Patco has now left. But they were at that stage the largest team on both Facebook and Twitter. But now, Cricket SA is on Facebook, but they are still the largest on Twitter, as it were.
All right. And the other clubs, how do they compare?
Okay.
So, Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, where do they compare?
Mamelodi, from a Facebook point of view, Orlando Pirates are at third spot after Kaizer Chiefs. And Mamelodi Sundowns are sitting at sixth spot. And let's see. And from a soccer perspective, those are the only three teams in the top 10.
Okay, so even people like SuperSport United don't really feature.
No.
I see that the Springboks are probably like in number 5, number 6. I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
Because that, in fact, would be, it's a club. It's like, the next one will be Bafana. We're going to ask you about that, and the Proteas, right? Where does that compare? So Springboks as a sports brand of let's call it a club, is lower than Orlando Pirates, lower than Kaizer Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
And lower than Orlando Pirates too.
Correct.
But where does it come? What are the numbers of the Springboks?
The Springboks on Facebook, they're sitting at just over 1 million followers. I have come to find that cricket and rugby teams and their players, they tend to do very well on social media, by the way. So the Springboks are sitting at number 4 on Facebook. And when you look at Twitter, they are not in the top 10.
Really? That's quite significant.
Yeah.
Now, okay, let's move on then to the... Okay, and what about the other clubs? So the Proteas, if you can call it as a club, is there a handle or a brand? I think they do have Protea Fire, I think they've been playing on, right? Can we make that comparison with them and Bafana Bafana?
Basically, both the Proteas and Bafana Bafana are not on in the top 10. Bafana Bafana are performing really very bad on social media. And in fact, it's worse now.
It's a reflection of where they are in terms of standing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's hope they beat Burkina Faso next week and see what happens there.
Yeah.
What about? Okay, so I think the significant one is the Proteas, that a strong brand in terms of corporate identity.
Correct.
And the Proteas generally is very strong, but they're not that strong in terms of an individual brand. Something maybe Altaf and company needs to work on, right? He did tell me, by the way, messaging me just out from London, that the individuals of the cricketers are incredibly strong.
They're doing
now
really,
let's
very
talk.
well.
AB de Villiers, I think, is number 1, right?
AB de Villiers, in terms of the overall Facebook page followers, he's sitting at number 13.
Okay, you mean across everything, in sport or beyond sport?
Beyond sport. On all Facebook pages, he's sitting at number 13. And when you look at the various sport brands, number 1 is SuperSport Football. But in this case, we're talking the channel and not... Okay. And then the SuperSport sitting at number 4. Cricket SA is sitting at number 7. David Miller is sitting at number 11.
Wow. Okay.
Then AB de Villiers at number 13 and Kaizer Chiefs at number 15 overall.
Okay.
On Facebook.
So in terms of significant on Facebook, the players, AB de Villiers, David Miller, any other players making an impact?
Well,
across different
I didn't look beyond Kaizer Chiefs, which is at 15, but they are. I know for a fact that a lot of the rugby and cricket players are doing very well on social media.
That's precisely the point. Do you have any stats on that in terms of Twitter and Instagram?
Yes, I don't have the Instagram numbers, but Twitter-wise, we have SuperSport. Basically, again, Twitter followers overall. We have SuperSport at number 8. We've got Graham Smith at number 17. We've got SuperSport Blitz at 19. Jacques Calles at 21. Even though Jacques Calles
retired, Smith and Calles,
but he's still doing well. 50 Plessis, he's at 22nd spot. JP Dumini 23, and Kaizer Chiefs is number 30.
Okay, now I wonder where someone like Lucas Khadebe may feature. Retired but iconic, and where he features.
I'll look him up and
do that. Let me know. Are there any final thoughts? Anything else you want to bring up around this?
Here's the interesting bit about Kaizer Chiefs when you compare them to Orlando Pirates. Certainly, Orlando Pirates are not as engaging as Kaizer Chiefs is. I know this because I have published a few posts on both teams, and every time Kaizer Chiefs responded, but Orlando Pirates hasn't, including this time around.
They said Pirates are too busy winning the league, but that's another whole day completely. Okay, but that's an important point.
Yeah.
So the engagement is what drives audience. If you ignore, then people ignore you as well. Yeah. All right, let's leave it at that. What I'm going to ask you to do is tweet the links to what you've just said, because I know you've got it, and then put it on Facebook as well. And if there's any further additions that you need to add to that, just do that as well. #MediaShow. I'll gladly share that.
I certainly will. Thank you
Love
very
to
much.
chat to you about some other insights sometime in the future as well. I think some really important lessons to learn from that one there. Willy Seyama was the founder of Initiate, with an E, small e, integrated solutions. You can follow that at and then _initiators on Twitter. And then your Twitter handle again, just give it to me.
Mine is Willy _UNLTD. UNLTD for unlimited.
Okay, but you'll check it out. In fact, people can pick it up from my tweets now, or even yours. We'll see it immediately on my timeline too. Thanks so much for your time. Most appreciated. Well, another organization with a strategy is Coca-Cola, and they have a one brand strategy kicked in March, and there's been further developments now. Let's find out about that right after this.